This video shows you how to drill a 6.5mm hole with your drill bit and a 32mm hole with your hole saw. To drill the 6.5mm hole, I would be using the 3.5mm and the 5mm drill bit to pilot the holes first. And when drilling the 32mm hole, I will be piloting first with a 3.5mm drill bit before opening up the 32mm diameter hole in the plant pot. To assemble the hole saw, get the Holesaw Mandrel, slot that into the hole saw. So I've got the mandrel in the hole saw, slotting into a rectangle with a pair of semicircles positioned at opposite ends. Then subsequently hand tighten the threaded knots, onto the hole saw and the mandrel. Small diameter hole saws create a fair amount of centrifugal force and as a result must be securely attached to the drill to prevent them from coming loose. The next step of the process would be to open up the 3.5mm pre-drilled hole with the 6.5mm drill bit mandrel attached to the 32mm hole saw. So at this stage I'm pretty much assembling the hole saw and the mandrel into the chuck of the drill. Just make sure that the hole saw mandrel is sat properly in the chuck of the drill. Okay, make sure it's really straight. So first I will be piloting the hole with a 3.5mm drill bit, just more like what a center punch does, to provide a hold position where the mandrel's drill bit spins on or rotates on without spinning or rotating off balance. And that's because the mandrel's drill bit is a lot wider. It isn't point sharp, so it's likely to spin off course or balance without a pilot hole. So now that we've got the 3.5mm hole pre-drilled, we can now open up the hole with the 6.5mm drill bit and the 32mm hole saw. Once the 6.5mm drill bit starts appearing on the other side, you can flip the plant pot over and drill from the underside as well, especially if you're worried about aesthetics and splintering if you're drilling through wood. I just want quick holes in the plastic plant pot. And also note that this is for demonstration purposes. In an ideal setting, you should be clamping the plant pot to drill through, okay, so that it's secure. I have used my hands in this instance to provide some wedge. So basically the process steps for drilling with the hole saw entails: assemble the hole saw and install in the drill. Place the pilot bit on the center of the hole you want to drill and operate the drill at a low speed to get it to bite into the plastic without wandering. Once the bit bites, increase the speed until the saw makes contact. At that point, you need to hold the drill securely because the centrifugal force of the saw creates a tendency for the drill to spin in the opposite direction. And once the saw starts cutting, keep the drilling speed constant and the angle of the drill perpendicular to the surface you're drilling and let the saw do the work. And like I said previously, in most cases, you will want to drill just deep enough for the pilot bit to emerge from the other side and then switch to that side to finish the hole. This prevents the saw from tearing the edges of the hole as it emerges. And so even though the thickness of the plant pot, was quite small, I should have finished off the hole from the other side, but you get the hang of how to use the hole saw and how to, run the drill, yeah? So the next step would be to drill a 6.5mm hole at the base of the plant pot. So first I will be piloting with a 3.5mm and a 5mm drill bit. So basically the same principle as before. So I'm pretty much drilling 3.5mm holes first, and there will be no need to go to the underside to finish off the holes, as this is not a hole saw. A hole saw is essentially a saw that has been bent around in a round or circular shape. And so basically, if you're drilling, a larger hole, always make sure that you pilot them holes first before you drill out, them larger holes. And it's the same principle, yeah? So I'm basically going to finish off all the 3.5mm holes here, then proceed to drilling, the 5mm holes. It's always best, to open up the holes gradually if you're aiming to drill or cut through a very large sized hole. It definitely would help, prevent your drill bits from breaking off, as well as, preventing the drill bits from generating excessive heat. You could also save on the carbon brushes in your drill, and also it would help prevent your drill bit from staggering off when drilling. And lastly, aesthetically, your holes would look, a lot better, as you wouldn't have scratch marks from trying to get, the larger drill bit from drilling through. And once done, disassemble your mandrel hole saw as well as your drill bits and keep them in the toolkit. And this is, the cut-off piece from the mandrel hole saw. And as you can see, it's got about 1 mil or 2 mil thickness. And if you want a better looking, cut piece or cut hole, cut from both sides as opposed to just, running your hole saw from one side. Click on the link in the description. It will take you to videos on how to find studs in your wall and as well as how to drill your wall. And that's about it really. If you found the information useful, don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Helps the channel grow and hopefully catch up with you later. Goodbye.